My name is Penny Canavan. I am 14 months old. I decided to make an early arrival and was born 9 weeks early. I spent 4 weeks in the neonatal unit in Craigavon Area Hospital. During this time, I had a routine head scan due to my prematurity. It was then discovered that I had cysts on my brain. Following this, I had an MRI scan which showed up more holes and a possible bleed to my cerebellum. My parents were told that I was very high risk of cerebral palsy and epilepsy. As the months went by, Mum and Dad noticed that I wasn't fixing and following on very much. So after a few appointments, it turned out that I have cerebral visual impairment. This means my eyes are healthy, but there is damage to the pathway between my brain and eyes to get the message through as to what I'm seeing. This was discovered while I was an inpatient at the Royal Victoria Hospital being treated for infantile spasms, which is a rare form of epilepsy. Thankfully, the seizures are now under control, which is helped by medication that I take twice daily. As of yet, I have not officially been diagnosed with cerebral palsy. However, in some circumstances, the specialists prefer to wait until a child is around 2 years old. But unfortunately, I can't do what all my friends can do of a similar age and younger. Thankfully, Mum and Dad found out from a friend of a place in Dungannon called the Buddy Bear Trust, a school that practices conductive education. Conductive education is a holistic approach for training children with cerebral palsy and gross motor disorders, which aims to reduce their dependence of artificial aids. Immediately, Mum and Dad felt hope. This was something that could help me develop milestones that so many of my friends take for granted, because as of yet I could not roll, sit or crawl. And also because of my cerebral visual impairment, the only vision I had was a reaction shown 2 centimetres from my eyes in a darkened room with very little to no background noise. I am now attending Buddy Bear every week for an hour, and recently since Christmas I go for an extra hour a week. During this time, my conductor puts me at ease. She stretches all my limbs and then helps me develop and learn new skills. Now I can roll quite happily, and I'm working on crawling and sitting. This can make Mum and Dad cry, as they're watching me do things they feared I might not do. My conductor also spends time with me in the sensory room, where she helps me to learn how to see, showing me toys that light up. As I mentioned before, all I visually reacted to was a bright light, but now I'm reaching for all the lights and toys. I can even reach for things now in daylight that Mum and Dad thought I would not be able to do. This is my story to date. I don't know or understand why the Education Authority will not acknowledge this amazing school that helps children like me be the best I can be. I would dread to think that someone somewhere would rather see me in a wheelchair as opposed to trying my best to get up on my feet and walking. Please do what you can. So many children and parents will only benefit and thrive if this school gets the funding it deserves. Thank you for listening to my story.